Good morning and welcome to another edition of Borge's Monday Report. The news flow on the trade war remains intense. Despite a trip to the US by two federal councillors, Switzerland has not managed to reduce its rate of 39%. India saw its rate rise to 50% due to its oil purchases from Russia. The truce with China ends tomorrow, but it should be able to be extended. Finally, clarifications on the specific treatment of certain sectors, such as Swiss gold, semiconductors, or pharmaceuticals, are expected in coming days or weeks. The saga continues, and it's far from being over. Last week, on the economic front, we had the publication of the Purchasing Managers' Confidence in the services sectors in the United States. It disappointed. Instead of rising as expected, it fell and is approaching the contraction threshold. On the chart, we have represented the evolution over the past 12 months of the new orders component on the vertical axis and the prices paid component on the horizontal axis. We see that the new orders are on a downtrend while prices are rather rising. This combination, slowing activity and accelerating prices, corresponds to a regime of stagflation and complicates the work of the American Central Bank. The stock markets are not disturbed by economic disappointments and uncertainties over the trade war. The indices are up more than 2% everywhere except in Switzerland, where the increase is only 0.3%. This underperformance of Switzerland is modest compared to the confirmation of the 39% tariffs and is partly explained by the catch-up of the closure on August 1st, a day of 1% decline in global markets. Sovereign 10-year rates are rising by a few basis points in the US and are unchanged in the Eurozone, hence a 0.4% decline in dollar bond prices. The dollar depreciates by 1%, which contributes to the 1.3% rise in gold prices. The week ahead promises to be particularly busy in terms of economic statistics. In the United States, we will have the Consumer Price Index, retail sales, and industrial production. In the Eurozone, our attention will be on industrial production. And finally, in China, we will have the publication of retail sales and, once again, industrial production. The recent underperformance of the Cellnex stock gives us the opportunity to increase our exposure to the Spanish company. The company is active and a leader in the European telecom sector in the tower infrastructure segment. The stock is not very sensitive to the economic cycle, hence its defensive aspect. Moreover, the valuation is low, while we observe an acceleration in the rise of the dividend and share buybacks. This should lead to a revaluation of the stock and an outperformance compared to the telecom sector. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention and see you next week.